Hello everyone, you are welcome back again to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by, and in today's video I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful reversible beret. As you can see, it's so stylish. So if you are new to this channel, you are most welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, I always do appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment and share my videos. I almost did not want to upload this video, but I just had to, and I know there's always something to learn from every story. So in the course of this video, I will tell you what happened, guys. So first of all, what you need for this beret is your head circumference. And it's just like you cutting out a peplum. That's the same pattern you use. So it's a 360-degree peplum, quite all right. So that's the 6.28 you are seeing there. You divide your head circumference by 6.28. And the length that I was supposed to use was 3 inches, but I went ahead to use 6 inches. So that was what happened. You know, the period I made this beret, I was very indisposed. I was not feeling too well, and my brain was kind of tired. I needed to relax, but I still went ahead to set my camera. I brought out fabric because I really wanted to put this content out, and I made that silly mistake, which on a normal day I shouldn't have made. So just assume I used the flare length of 3 inches as against 6 inches. And the painful thing was that I didn't realize I made this mistake till I was almost done with the video. I don't know if this thing has happened to you before, but somehow I was able to make adjustments and I still got the desired result. So guys, what I did here was just to fold my fabric into 4, and I marked 10 inches. As you can see, I marked 10 inches as the should I say the total length of the fabric instead of 6 inches. Why 6 inches? My head radius now, that is the 23 inches divided by 6.28, gave me about 3 point something. Ideally, I was supposed to add extra inches, like extra 3 inches for the flare length, but your girl went to add 6 inches. So when I finally made the cap, it was looking like the cap of 3 people's head. Honestly, I was just very upset. But it's okay. From that folded point, I came down by 3 inches. That measurement is correct. But the flare length, like I've been saying, I took 6 inches instead of 3 inches. So when I was done cutting one part, so as you are watching this video, just assume I used a flare length of 3 inches. So that way you will not get confused. Okay. So when I was done cutting one part of the, should I call it peplum, I placed it on another folded fabric and I cut out exactly the same size. But this time around, I won't be chopping off the other round parts. Did you see what I did there? I didn't mark 3 inches again on the other fabric because obviously I would not need that. So just the same thing I did with this fabric, I will be doing the same thing on this other fabric. So if you didn't understand what I did for the first fabric, you can actually get it with the second fabric. So how do you achieve this? I folded my fabric into 4 as usual. I marked my head radius, which is 3 point something, and then I marked the length, which is 3 inches. So that's it. So at the end of the day, you will have 4 pieces. 2 pieces were chopped off twice, while the other 2 pieces were just chopped off once. Do you get? So when I was done, I decided to interface this particular fabric with my wadding. This is a very light wadding. That's this light texture kind of. I don't know how to explain it. So that was why I interfaced it. Because I didn't have enough wadding, I had to use gum stay to interface the other part of the fabric. Hope you guys understand. So you can see now that I'm now joining the two. So I faced the two right sides of the fabric together. Do you understand, guys? So this is me just trimming the excess. So the other fabric, I didn't interface it at all because it would be too thick. So I just went ahead to stitch on it this way. So watch again, guys, just the way I did the first part of the beret. I also did the same thing. So I placed the two right sides together. That is how it works. And I sew at 1/2 inch. Also, to let you know, guys, if you are trying to get your head circumference, don't make it too big, because if you make it too big, it may be too wide for your head. So instead of you using, maybe for example, I use 3.677, then I approximated to 3.7, just use like 3.5. That would be perfect. So I am done stitching this part of the beret and also the other one. This is me just trying to fix that pointed thing that is always on top of beret. You guys understand? But it's not compulsory. You can decide to leave the beret this way, but I wanted to do a little extra. So if you want to get the midpoint, you can fold it into four and bore a hole like I did. And then for the piece I use, just about, say, 2 inches by 1.5 inches is fine. So this is me just interfacing it with my leftover gum stay, okay, so that it will be stable. So when I was done doing that, I just folded it. You know the way you create your bias? That was exactly what I did here. So after trimming the excess gum stay, I just folded it like this, like as if you are trying to make a bias, trying to hide the raw edges. Then I took it to the sewing machine to stitch down. So this kind of a thing just needs more of eye judgment. If you see that it's too long, you chop out little, but if you think it's okay, then it's totally fine. So I gave it a good press before taking it to the sewing machine to stitch down. So when I was done doing that, I just passed it through the hole that I made, and then I stitched it down from the other side. That's the wrong side of the fabric. And it's as simple as XYZ. Do you know, guys, that at this point, I had not realized that the cap I was making was extra large. This one is beyond extra large. I was just still, you know, doing the video as if I was on track. So it was when I then turned it inside out. Man, I took the measurement. It was wider than normal. I was like, gosh, what's all this? So you know what I did? Since it's like extra large, I just placed my measuring tape at the middle. Then I marked out the 6 inches that I actually wanted. Okay, instead of the 10 inches I did. So I just marked out the 6 inches. Then I trimmed out the extras. So what I'm trying to say in this video is that when you are tired, sometimes all you need is rest. So this is me also working on the other part of the beret, that's the other fabric, because it was too big. It was just too big. But thank God that it was bigger, not that it was smaller. So now I had adjusted it here. So it's now looking normal, like a normal human being's cap. So I was just giving it a good press. But because I was getting frustrated, I didn't really show this video to the end. Honestly, if you watch the live video of this thing, you will laugh. So what I went ahead to do is easy. I just placed the two right sides together. Then I stitched it around the edge at 1/2 inch. Then I turned it inside out, and this gave me the beret. Sorry I couldn't show that part. I was frustrated. I was like, oh, why did I do this video? But the outcome is amazing, guys. If I didn't show you those part of the video, you wouldn't know what really happened. So learn to give yourself rest. Like that period, I was really, really sick. But it's okay, guys. The outcome is amazing, and I believe you love it. You too can try it, but in case you are still confused, let me know in the comment section. If you have watched this video to this point, I believe you have learned one or two things. So don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to comment on this video. And again, don't forget to subscribe so that the ministry can keep moving forward. See you all in my next one. Bye.